modder Paul Huckers presents a new type of stream for today on October 17, 2020.
Hi, this is Mary. I'm on the ready line.
Hi, good evening, baby hookers. How you all doing?
Hi, my name's Daniel James Wilson. I'm a preacher for the Church of ScamBaitology. Hallelujah!
Hi, this is Cosmo. I'm ready to go.
And I'm your friendly neighborhood cousin Ray. How you guys doing? Kind of a weird Saturday we're having. I'll explain why in a moment. Okay, hi YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Today we're going to start off with a Q&A session hosted by my friends on Discord. You're invited to ask any questions you like. I think we're going to get direction from my friends over there in a moment, so I just thought I'd let you know. Today's an Indian holiday, so there's not many pop-ups to work with, but hopefully by the time we're done, there'll be some scammers to mess with. I also have a surprise to present after the Q&A, so just hang tight and let's see what we got. I gotta go find my stream now in Discord. It's a private only. I gotta ask them. I don't see a private stream. I'm not like a Discord expert, so let me go ask my friend. Private chat. Okay, they're telling me right now. Hang tight, guys. Hi, Ben. Should be at the bottom. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start a live. We're going to do a live stream Q&A, okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
How are you guys doing today? Okay, so
Good, how are you?
So I'm live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter.
Can those streams hear the Discord?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, great. So you ready to start?
I'm ready.
All right, great. So I thought the first question is kind of the most obvious one that pretty much a lot of people ask you almost on a daily basis. Do you know anything about the 22 pounds of cocaine?
They've been using that term for 4 years, I would say. And whenever they bring it up, I've done different things. I've said stuff like, okay, they left the cocaine. Well, that's a good thing because they're no longer using the drug. Why else would they have not brought it with them? 22 pounds of cocaine. I don't know what it would look like, but I would say it'd be about the size of, I'd say the width of a monitor and maybe the height of a loaf of bread. I've never used Coke, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's always 22 pounds.
Yeah, yeah. So first serious question, and this is also one pretty much everybody asks you, is, what's your background? How did you get started in IT with computers?
I started really early. When I was 6 years old, my mom and my brother and sister and little brother was in Reno waiting for my dad to come back. He was landing in Reno. The plane got delayed, so we had to go eat pizza. And it was at that moment when I witnessed my first coin-op video game called Pong. And to make a long story short, they drugged me out of that pizza joint screaming because we didn't have any quarters left. And since that day, I became every chance something came out, like Atari 2600 came out. When arcades hit the world in the late 70s, early 80s, I used to go collect cans for 2 hours a day on Saturday just to play 20 minutes of Pac-Man. That's how addicted I wouldn't call it addicted, just driven. When I was 11, I washed cars for 2 summers to save up money to buy a Timex Sinclair computer, which I learned how to program with Byte magazine and other like Popular Mechanics. I sold that computer after I had it for 3 months and bought a VIC-20, then dabbled with a Commodore 64. My mom bought me an Apple II. I entered into high school. I took business machines. I just knew I was destined to work in an office. So I literally quit school to get to work right away. I ended up working as an inventory control specialist in Mazda in Reno, Nevada. And then at the age of 22, with the help of my father-in-law, I opened up my own computer repair. And then from then going forward, I became just a computer guy, and I've been that way for about 30 years professionally.
And what about like as far as education certificates and those kinds of things?
Yeah, I'm actually a Cisco certified network associate. I'm a NetWare 5 CNE and a CompTIA Network Plus. Hold on, someone's asking.
Yeah.
I was going to go out and get a VMware certification, but I could not find any employer that was going to honor me for it. And it was hard enough getting employers to honor my CCNA. And it's largely due to the types of jobs I've been taking. I tend to drift toward customer service. And the reason is I have so much other background that I can handle. I can pretty much hit the job running and then become an asset for other departments in the company without really much preparation. I can go run network cable. I can wire cable racks. I can run fiber cable. I can set up a lamp stack even. That's more into web dev
very
and
well
stuff.
rounded.
But a natural side quest that I would call it is I started setting up e-commerce sites in 2016, and that's how I became familiar with lamp stacks and then MySQL, PHP edit programming and scripting. I've done a lot of that. My forte right now is auto IT scripting, which is really application automation in a Windows environment. People see that all the time when I run my stream. My live avatars are driven through an auto IT script. All of my ScamBait utilities are based on auto IT scripting.
Yeah, and that's something I've seen a lot of people questioning or asking about is some of those tools. So hopefully we can get into that in a little bit. But just want to kind of continue the background questions that are very common. So the next one after, what's your background is, how did you get into ScamBaiting?
Well, I think I've always been a ScamBaiter because back in 2004, I noticed a trend of this page that would pop up and start counting from 0 to 28,000 the number of viruses you had, and you had to call a number. And I always laughed at that. I never called them because I considered that to be a waste of time. However, I was always the guy that when I got a telemarketer call, if I wasn't on the way out of the house, I would humor them with my stupidity. Like I had a telemarketer from wanting to sell me a cellular cell phone, and I pretended like I thought, well, I don't understand how that integrates with my cells and my body. So I was already by nature wanting to waste their time. Right around 2016, I took a break from work. I won a large settlement from a housing mortgage crisis. So I took a year off to assess myself and determine which direction I wanted to go. Ultimately, I would decide to remain just a computer tech. But I came across Petty Pranks on YouTube, and I had a blast watching his videos. He had a credit card scammer, and he had it animated, and the scammer just got so livid with them. I just thought, that's funny. When I came across one of his other videos, and this is really what inspired me to start my channel, is he was pretending to be a dumb dude at a Windows computer, and he kept having to go get his brother to help. But whenever the scammer asked him to go to www. whatever, he goes DABOU, DABOU, and the scammer just erupted into this hilarious, no. It's W like whiskey. And I was
Is that where
hooked.
the WWW soundtrack that you play comes from?
Yeah, this is where if I hit
www dot.
I really rail on them for their mispronunciations on some things, but there was a time when all I would do was say, they would say, go to www. I say, how do I spell that? DUBOU, and I'd go DOT. They'll hang up on you today if you do that too much. I think they've heard that enough. But that's how I started. I basically just dumbed my voice down and I became quiet, and I was uploading the videos. So with Modder, I had to always increase the volume because part of me being slow is like, hi, I got a pop-up message on my screen. I would say screen, not screen, on my screen that says I need to call you. And then I would say, yes, there's a key with the white square in the middle. So that's why it's hard to play Modder on live YouTube, because I have to lower my voice to play his part. So
Right.
I'm going to be working on that with the new audio setup I'm going to start using here in a month or so I can bring Modder Paul back, because he is the main person of my channel. It's the
Right, so that's
everything.
really good segue into the next question, which is, how did you so the first part of it was, how did you get started with baiting? The second part of ScamBaiter X's question is, when did you create the characters? How did you develop those?
Well, I naturally got Modder Paul. I was calling at the very first streams I did before I actually put my first video up. I called myself Mod, and I was spelling it Maude. But then I realized something. When they say mother, they say modder. And so I typed MODDER, and then I'm thinking, motherfucker. I thought that, I go, how can I? So I spelled out the cuss word mother, F word, ers, but I used PH instead of an F. And I thought, Modder Paul Huckers. That's what I realized. I thought, now that's interesting, because Huckers is as a connotation of something that just seems kind of hokey. It almost sounds like they're a laughter word. So, and at the same time, I can be modderphuckers@gmail.com, because back then they were always asking you for your email address. They still do today. And so I had on my first stream, or my first ScamBait where I used it, I just got lucky. The scammer understood the humor I was using, and he basically started laughing. So I just stuck, and I thought, okay, I got Modder Paul Huckers. So I ScamBaited and uploaded YouTube videos. I did one, did another one, deleted a few because I wasn't happy. I then thought, okay, well, and at the time I thought I want to change my voice. So I tried out at least 5 different voice changers and finally settled on a program called Morphox Pro. And I then ordered and used a program called the Action Recorder to then start shaping the voice that would become Mary Sue Huckers. And that took a while to do, because the default voice Celeste in Morphox Pro just didn't have the type of cadence I wanted in her voice. I then went and tested the voice with my sister and a friend of mine to see what they thought, and they criticized it, and I got it worked out properly. And then I had my first call as I called myself Mary. I didn't really think of calling her Huckers at the time, but there was an issue. I had created an alternate user on the virtual machine, on the laptop I was using for the scam baiting, and a scammer asked, "Who is this modder?" And in the video, I say, "Well, he's my brother." And it was then I started to realize I was going to be building a family. I then decided to start creating characters. I thought, okay, I'm going to have And on my first video, I have you can kind of see them. They're not as produced on the first one. I used wildly different pictures. I didn't have a Cousin Ray back then. Cousin Ray didn't show up until I'd say about 9 months ago, maybe a year ago. But actually earlier, if you think about it. I never really used Cousin Ray in that sense. So it all kind of came together, but it really started with Mary, me calling them as Mary, and a scammer asking me who this modder profile was. And I said, well, that's Modder, my brother. And it just kind of flowed from there. Within a month, I had the names of everybody, even Cosmo.
It's kind of funny that, you know, I've seen people look at the Modder P. Hucker, and it takes them a while to catch it. It takes them a little bit to kind of put the whole word together as one. So that's funny to see. And then
originally I was gonna, and I take advice from people very seriously. There was a time when I was gonna announce my channel as Modder Paul Huckers. It's time to get, you know, ucked with the PH in front of it. So I was gonna go to town with that, but I realized that I needed to keep my content safe for work, is what I call it. I don't call it kid friendly because it's not kid friendly. It's safe for work. That would keep me from disenfranchising people that don't like cussing, because I don't really cuss on my channel. I do a couple F-bombs sometimes, but if I do an F-bomb, it usually means it's worth it. It's deserved.
Right. So thanks for asking or answering Mr. ScamBait's question, which was, you know, what voice changer do you use? But also to kind of tell, you know, dovetail off of that, your voice changes also. I mean, you don't just use the voice changer; you also kind of.
Yeah, and that's I learned that early, because if you don't do that, it'll sound robotic. And so, for example, hi, this is Mary. This is how I talk when I'm Mary. Do you want to run or save? Go to assist opener. And then when I'm Uncle Dan, it's well, son, it's got 3 buttons: run, save, or cancel. Which one do you want me to click on, boy? Or tap the name of a program, folder, document, or internet resource, and Windows will open it for you. So I really do change my voice.
Yeah, that's hilarious to hear those kind of naked voices being voiced without the software.
Yeah. And Cosmo is, hi, this is Cosmo. I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna really get into voice acting when I build my new studio in a month or two. I'm gonna go into analog voicing. I'm gonna be taking an acting class, a voice acting class. Mm-hmm. My goal is to be able to voice Odessa. She's a black lady. She's really cool. I so much need to do that. And then I have a Jenny. She's a female from Boston. So feminine voices are there's a trick to them. You have to use the back of your throat for certain types of voices, and that's where I need to get some voice training.
Right. So I know there's a lot of questions usually about the different the tools you use, not just the hardware but the software as well. So could you kind of highlight some of the common software tools that you use and how you use them, and also promote yourself that you coded a lot of them, right?
Yeah. What happened is, my ultimate goal with the ScamBait was to keep them on for as long as possible and frustrate them with my antics, like with Mary being slow, not really so much slow, but reading everything on the screen. But I had so many ScamBaits, they would hit netstat and immediately tell me I was infected. They would then go to Notepad, and within 5 to 10 minutes, my ScamBait was over. It was a 10-minute ScamBait call at the most. If I really pushed it with Mary, I can get it maybe to 15 minutes. But literally. And then at the same time, the scammer got what they wanted, at least up until the point when I do the big reveal. So I thought, I got to do something about that. The actual first utility I wrote was a fake msconfig, because I got sick and tired of having to be told what the stupid lie that those services are supposed to be running. So I rewrote the dang thing using AutoIT. I literally took snapshots and made a pixel exact duplicate of msconfig, and I concentrated on that services tab and made it look like all services are running. Interestingly though, if you look at some of my earlier videos, I'm using an AutoIT memory resident program that looks for msconfig, and when it sees it, it quickly hides the Microsoft services. That reduced almost all of the programs running, but it still had a few that were stopped. And it was at that point that I realized I was going to take AutoIT, which I'd already had quite a bit of experience with, and redesign msconfig. And I've been doing stuff like that ever since. My next one was MSInfo32, making it look like all drivers and software were loaded. Once I got those two done, the rest just came out rapid fire. Netstat was real easy to replace because it's a console app. I didn't do, like I'd be in the middle of a live stream, and I distinctly remember the stream. The scammer ran dxdiag, and it showed that I was on a VM. Dang it! So I wrote down on my notes, create fake dxdiag. The next day I had a fake dxdiag. One day the scammer ran system info. Oh man, it just showed I was a VM, but the scammer was too stupid to see it. I got to create one anyway. So I created this fake system info. I found that reliability report. I could not reliably clear it, so I make it spit out a visual or DLL runtime error if they try to run reliability report. If they try to run the malicious software removal tool, they get the same DLL error. I did the same, and I got to redo it because there's a new version of it. If they download Advanced Identity Protector when they go to run it, it spits out a DLL error. So one day they're going to do something, they're going to run something, and I'm going to say, they found me again, and then write another program. So it's a work in progress.
Unlike their scripts, it's an evolution of these tools, right? And so obviously one thing we haven't touched on yet is obviously you don't run these tools on your host machine. So could you just kind of cover virtualization a little bit, what your setup is and your VMs that you use?
Yeah, I use a virtual machine to do my scam baiting. I originally used a Dell D630 laptop, and whenever I would do a day of scam baiting, I would re-image it. But that became too cumbersome because I was starting to get into the creation of my ScamBait tools, and it was just too much trouble having it on a bare metal machine. So I returned to using a VM. I stopped using a VM at the beginning because they could tell I was using a virtual machine, and so I said screw that and used a Dell D630. I moved back to the VM when I saw an article on how I can disguise it, and of course I was really big on what Jim Browning did. He did a nice video on how to disguise your virtual machine. And so I definitely do that. So if they go into my device manager and look at the hard drive, for example, it's not a VMware disk. It's a Samsung solid state drive, 500 gig. My display adapter is an Intel UHD built, onboard adapter. And my mouse is a PS2 mouse. If they go to the system properties, the new VMware allows you to do a pass-through of your host machine into the computer properties area, which is really nice. It also passes through to MSInfo32. It didn't used to do that, but now it does. So I consider using the techniques that I got from Jim Browning, some of my own, preventing them from being able to run utilities like reliability report or a real diag pretty much makes the machine, I would say 90% disguised. But from the scammer's point of view, I would say 99% disguised. If I were a scammer and I wanted to know if someone's using a virtual machine, I would just open Regedit and search for VMware. You'll find it. So
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
there's no way to make a virtual machine 100% disguised, because just installing a virtual machine, you don't even do tools. Even if you don't do tools, you're going to have over 100 VMware registry keys. You can't escape it. So that's where that 1%, for me, it's a 10% not disguised, but for the scammer, it's 1%, because 99% of them don't even know what Regedit is. So.
Right. So, real quick, there's been some questions. People are a little confused. You know, who's talking to you? So, yes, this is certified. I'm on a Discord private voice chat, so I can pass your questions to them. Please join the Discord channel. Let me get the bot to give it to you. You can ask questions there. You know, if you want to ask questions in the YouTube chat, I'll certainly keep an eye out up there as well. So, speaking of the tool, I want to point out that in your YouTube videos, every video you post, there's a rather lengthy, you know, text there that explains where to find your tools and how to use them. And for some of them, anyways. You're also an author. I think a lot of people miss that. They should definitely check that out. So,
yeah, if you look in my descriptions, I have a very big description. It's structured. I start off with my usually a link so you can get to the best part, the beginning of my ScamBait session, rather than go through the music if you don't want to. I have a please like and subscribe, become a member link, my live stream schedule. I mentioned I have Superchat. I have my Teespring link for merchandise, the various social media. I then talk about my Robot Vector 1. I may be editing some of this soon because I might present that a little differently. But I am assembling, inviting people to email me at my email address to join my robot army. It's a day when I'll be sending flooding calls to a virtual machine that they'll be running in their house. My goal is to one day be able to make 200 plus simultaneous flood calls to a large call center when those come back. That's me preparing for a future of flooding. I then go on to describe my support for, like as a side of me that people don't know, I'm a moderately successful science fiction fantasy author. I've actually sold some of my writing, which is cool, and I do describe it on that page. I then share my pop-up finders, my ScamBait tools, and a video on how to use the ScamBait tools. Plus, I have a surprise that will be at the end of this Q&A that I want to share with everybody.
yes,
And
we're
then
all excited about that.
And then I have all the links of the various fellow channels that I feature. These are people that I consider on my level. There are two, like three, like Scammer Payback, Carl Rock and Jim Browning. Those are just guys that I look up to, especially Jim Browning and Carl Rock. Those guys, if you haven't seen Carl Rock's channel, you got to go see it. The dude really gives India what it deserves, and that is an honest review. India is a beautiful country, and it's got a lot of culture.
He does a great job of kind of showcasing some of the better parts of India, and then of course, you know, he has worked with Jim Browning and others in the past, so yeah, definitely people should check him out for sure. He's very, you know, most of these people are all really cool too.
And I'll be changing my description soon. I go in cycles. I do I'm doing everything to my channel that the creative team at YouTube tells you to do. Plus, I watch Nick Nimmin. He's a YouTube promotion. He trains you on how to promote your YouTube. He's a really good guy. But
Yeah, and
that's
something
shows
is-
you how to do SEO.
Right. Sorry.
If you
Sorry. to-
if you look at the end of each of my videos, I'm also putting I choose one of the fellow ScamBaiters and put them as an end screen card so that people have a chance to click on them. So I'm real big on working with other ScamBaiters.
Yeah, and that's something I was saying just a second ago is that one of the great things I've found about you and some of the other people that surround you is the accessibility, how friendly you are, how willing you are to share information and chat with people and everything. So is that I can imagine for somebody that like say Jim that has millions of people that might get a little overbearing. But do you find kind of being on a YouTube stream and doing all this stuff to be any kind of a burden at all, or do you seem to really just enjoy it?
Yeah, I get a charge. I'm an hour before each of my live stream, a little child in me comes out, and while I'm setting up all my prep work for the launch, I'm looking at a couple of things. This is stream number 341. I only started streaming a year ago, so that's a lot of streams. And the thing that I really enjoy about doing the live stream is I put an extra effort into getting into my characters. I liken the acting I'm doing to that of dreaming. It really does feel like I'm in a dream, and not a real dream. But when I'm done streaming, okay, I can't just go to the store right away because I might talk to them like Mary Sue Huckers.
Almost like a method actor or something, then, right?
Yeah, I was at Smith once. I went shopping, and I called the teller darling. I said, "Thank you, darling. That's so sweet of you." And the teller looked at me and said, "You okay?" I said, "Oh, no. I'm sorry. I just got done playing a guy named Uncle Dan on my YouTube stream." And she said, "You have YouTube?" And so at the time, I actually have business cards I give people for my YouTube stream. I gave her a business card, and she watches every now and then. I see her when she comes in.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, I really do get into the characters. I think the first time I did Dan, I didn't realize how much it would make my voice scratchy. So that's why I drink a lot of tea when I do my streams.
So that's a kind of a perfect, another perfect segue into the next question. Could you talk a little bit more about the characters? We already kind of went over some of them in the voices, but specifically the animation that you're doing to bring these people to life.
Sure. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. I gotta have my coffee. I'll be right back.
So again, everybody, I'm certified in the YouTube channel and also over on Discord. So if you want to ask questions, feel free. We prefer you post them on Discord, but if you have a question that you'd like to ask, feel free to post it in YouTube chat. I can keep an eye on that as well, and we'll try to get everybody's question in.
This is what my coffee cups look like, by the way. That's an Uncle Dan coffee cup.
Yeah, I got the let's see, which coffee cup is this? Meet the guys.
The good guys
cup.
for the bad. Good guys versus the bad guys. That's what my
Yeah.
T-shirt has. It's a meet the good guys, and on the back it has meet the bad and the bad guys.
Yep, that's the coffee cup that arrived yesterday. So thanks for putting out that merchandise. It's cool
Okay,
to have.
so the Huckers, Meet the Huckers is a sitcom that I'm writing that fictionalizes a story for the people that I've designed. I started realizing roughly 9 months into my YouTube channel that there's something here that I can work with, because I'm going back to the age of 10. I've always been a writer of types. I have several stories I've written, and I started thinking, what if I really did something with this? And so in my early streams, I started acting out interactions between Mater Paul and Barry. Barry was always drunk and laying on the floor because he drinks too much sour goat's milk. And the reaction I was getting out of the comments on my YouTube channel told me that my humor was being received properly, because I basically told the scammer, well, my credit cards are in Barry's pocket. I don't know what to do. And they said, wake him up. And I said, Barry, and I kicked the box. And the scammer goes, yeah, kick him. And so in my video, when I posted it, one of my new subscribers said, that was so funny that you had to kick Barry to wake him up. And that just kept feeding me into the idea that I might be able to do something. So I'll give you the exact date that I decided to do Meet the Huckers is when I made the video called Meet the Huckers. And that was on, oh, I got to go to regular YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. And I'll look at Meet the Huckers. That was on, it was 3 years ago that I came up with the idea. May 14th, 2017. I started my channel on December 28th, 2016. So that was literally 5 months after my YouTube channel started. I created that cartoon. It's what I call the tech scamming squad marching down their neighborhood in a urban area, it's a rural neighborhood that I call in a town called Dayville, and it's not Dayville, Ohio, wherever the real one is, or Dayville. I just decided to call it Dayville for now. And I had already been animating through the software I use called iClone, and it was then that I just said, okay, every chance you get to think, start coming up with ideas on what you want them to do in this show. And I've carved out, okay, well, they live in this neat little neighborhood, and I built the neighborhood in Unity 3D, exported it to Autodesk Studio Max, and then imported it into iClone to do the animation. I literally have a house for Mary and Botter and the Wilsons, who have Jenny, Dan, Emily, and nephew Philip live there. Barry is always at the Modder's house, so I'm probably going to have him live there. I haven't really decided fully on Barry just yet. They're just weird people is all it is. And Cosmo, he's more of a, he isn't going to appear in season 1 until like midway, because he doesn't really live anywhere. He's a grasshopper, but he's going to be a very important character in my series, because Cosmo has an ism about him. He lies about his voice, and I do have videos on YouTube of me doing that. He tells the scammer that he lost his vocal cords in the war, and sometimes it's World War II. One time I told him it was the Civil War, and they believed me.
You know, that kind of goes along with the comment that Free Spirit just posted.
So
you know,
your
storytelling is fantastic, and with these characters, it's almost like you're building a sitcom. You can go on Fox with this.
Right, and so I've taken the best stuff that I have on my YouTube stream. It's going to go right into the show as a plot or a subplot. The part about Cosmo lying about his lying about his voice problem, they're going to have an intervention with Cosmo, and they're going to tell him, we know you're a scambaiter, but you're still lying about your voice problem, and we know this because the girl you brought home thought you had lost your vocal cords in the Vietnam War. It's time for you to own up to what really happened. We're going to go into the past. It's going to be really cute. I'm starting to make them young versions of Mater Paul, young versions of Dan. They're like little kids. Uncle Dan still has his afro, but he looks like a kid. It's just going to be so cool. Cosmo, when he was a little kid, loses his voice over a humus incident. I don't want to give it away, but it's really funny. It's kind of pathetic how he loses his voice and has to talk like he does.
Are these characters and these stories, especially some of your epic 30-minute long stories you tell to some of the scammers, are these things that you have in your mind already, or some of that stuff made up on the fly?
Yeah, I'm drawing from for Cosmo, for example. I do have a storyline in another story I wrote of someone who has an accident, and Cosmo has that accident. I have a story about a bunny that came out of real life that I can't wait to do that cartoon. That one's going to cause people to crack up. I have just the general experiences. A lot of Mary getting to know how to scam bait as in the show as she becomes the Mary Shoe we all know. The run up to that, to get those, I'm going to be putting all the frustrated moments that I had trying to drive these scammers into understanding how bad they were, because I'm gonna project that onto Mary. When she first starts scam baiting in the show, she gets mad because they hung up on her, and so she tries to call them back, thinks she's going to get the same scammer. And Modder's just like shaking his head. It doesn't work that way, Mary. But that's me back when I started, just spending my Saturdays calling scammers and trying to have a heart-to-heart with them to tell them that they're doing a bad thing. That's going to be projected into Mary on my show, but in female format.
Great. So, Paranormal, I think, missed earlier asking about the voice changing software, but beyond just that, can you, some of these software tools that you are using to do animation and everything, how much do these things cost? And that's also after you talk about software. Another common question people are asking is how much does your hardware cost? What kind of hardware do you have to be able to do all of this?
Yeah, let's start with the hardware. I have an Asus. I call it a Asus based system. It's an i9 9900K or 90. I'm going to be upgrading it soon. It's got 64 gig of RAM. That's really important because I run a lot of virtual machines. My processor's an i9 9900K. I don't overclock it, but actually I do overclock it. Asus has an optimal overclock. It doesn't push it. So right now it's literally running. Oh, I don't see. I used to see. Oh, there it is, right there. If I look at it, it's usually running at around 4,800 megahertz. So it's overclocked pretty good because it's native at 33.6, but Asus board overclocks it to as much as 4.8 gigahertz. For my video card, this is very important, and I'll be updating it soon. I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. So that card cost me $1,400. The base system and the RAM ran me another $1,200. I have a 1 terabyte boot drive. I have a 1 terabyte media drive that I use to host all my virtual machines. So the overall base price of what I have machine-wise is it's between $2,500 and $3,000.
Are those drives that you mentioned solid state, or are they spinners?
Yeah, they're solid state Samsung SSDs. I also have 2 6 terabyte Western Digital hard drives. One of them is the repository for every live stream I've done. It's pretty big. It's almost got a terabyte of video now of all my live streams. So that's pretty decent. As far as monitors, I have a large 28 ultra 4K monitor. That's about $300 that I bought. That's a very useful monitor because that's why I put my audio spectral, the stuff that makes it so that I can flash the pictures. I'm looking at the sound applet and then the Morphox Pro program, and my Auto IT looks at the sound bars to know when the scammer's speaking when I'm speaking. I have my main monitor, which is the 1920 by 1080, and then I have a 30-inch monitor that I use to put my XSplit Live broadcasting I don't really have to do that, but I do it for convenience. In the future, I plan to add a chat monitor, and I don't know where I'm going to put it. That's why in a month or two, I'm going to have a new studio with a bigger desk. I'm planning to have a vertical monitor that will contain all my chats. That way,
Sounds like some pretty hefty shopping lists for Cyber Monday.
Yeah. Now, as far as software, if you go to realillusion.com or just type iClone in Google, it'll give you the real-time 3D animation software. It's not that expensive. It gets expensive if you're going to get into cross-platform exporting, because you need to get a program in addition to iClone called 3D Exchange. Like for example, iClone, and you can try it for free for 30 days, but iClone 7 is $200. It's an amazing program. I still to this day cannot find anything like it. You're given the power of a director, and you can literally download and do a ton of things. In the last week of this month, I'm going to have my haunted house music video finished, and it was done in iClone. You guys will be blown away, and that's a testament to how powerful it is. I don't just use I use all kinds of other programs too. Like for example, my haunted house. And this is where the other thing about cost comes in. I paid $90 for my haunted house. I got it from Turbo Squid. Okay, and I immediately put it into Unity 3D, which is another 3D program. It's free, but I needed to buy furniture for my haunted house, so I paid $30 for the furniture, and I spent 2 months putting furniture in my haunted house. I had to pay for each of the family members and the hookers, but I didn't pay that much. I bought the whole I bought Mater Paul for $35, and the other members, Mary and except for Cosmo, the other members, I got them for $29. But the real cost came when I went into another 3D program called Character Creator to take what I bought and shape into the person that they became. These characters did not look like this when I bought them. They looked a lot different. Mater Paul was especially hard to do because I was bound and determined to make Mater Paul look like, she's called the Watt Lady. She's a meme right now.
Right.
And I got close, but enough difference to be able to call it my own. So I think the highest cost is the time I put into it. Really. The PC, yeah, it's expensive, but you got to have something beefy if you want to run the number of virtual machines I run. I'm always running a Ubuntu server that serves out my fake scammer pop-up. I'm running the actual VM that the scammer goes into. I may launch a temporary VM called File Control so that I can make my webcam empty if for example, when the refund scammer wants me to go to Walmart, if they look at my webcam while I'm gone, I need to have an empty webcam. So I have a way of doing that, but I have to use another virtual machine. I start my show off usually with 5 robots running, and I will often up it to as many as 8 or even 10. All the while, I'm staring at my task manager, making sure that my CPU utilization doesn't go above 60%, because that's really the most you want to go when you're streaming. It's truly a multitasking job what I do.
Right. Yeah. So, how many VMs at once are you usually running when you're scam baiting?
On an ordinary stream, I'm running five Autobot VMs, so it'd be a total of 7. 5 Autobot VMs. I call it fake bank, but I now have a real bank on the cloud. But that fake bank virtual machine is what gives them the pop-up that drives them crazy. It also hosts when I hit a shortcut, it brings up my YouTube stream inside of an iframe, and it has auto IT blocks the channel name and all the pertinent information, so the scammer can't tell what my channel name is. So that's the two purposes that Fake Bank virtual machine does. So I have Fake Bank, my ScamBait VM, and 5 Autobot VMs. I also will run an 8th VM called Pop Start, which is a virtual machine I use to find scammer pop-ups.
So it's, there's a lot of preparation that goes into all of this, right?
Yeah.
About how long
I
to kind of get everything set up.
Yeah, I start 1 hour before my live stream starts. The first thing I do is get basically everything open. I open up every window I need, and then I open up Live Avatar. Live Avatar is another work in progress, but if I do Live Avatar, I don't have to worry about lining my windows up. I just get Live Avatar open and hit the home key, and it will move all my windows for me. It's pretty cool.
Right.
So I don't spend my time, I gotta get this window exactly right there. I just hit the home key and it goes boom, 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 boom. And within a second, all my keys all my windows are in the exact right spot. Part of my preparation, though, is in finding valid pop-up scammer links that will work by the time my stream goes live. So during the first 15 minutes of prep, I'm opening Windows. Right at the 15-minute mark, this is assuming I start my stream at the top of the hour, I'm now on my Pop Start looking for pop-ups. I'm browsing scammer.info and looking at PopupDB on Discord, trying to find scammer pop-ups. I do a quick run of pop-up finding from 15 after to 25 after. I then break and go get my hair ready. I then come back, line up my green screen. I squeeze into position. I then set up share links. I set up share links for 3 Reddit posts, 2 Facebook posts, and I have an auto IT script that will help me send out 26 tweets of my live stream. I don't do those until I've started my stream. So at the 30-minute mark, I go back into my Pop Start and I do another pop-up run. And it's those pop-ups that I'll be using for my actual ScamBait. I also have another browser open that I've been doing lately that helps me find Social Security scammers that are being reported by nomorobo.com. I also find refund scammers. So those are what I consider my backup links. If I can't call a tech support scammer, I'll call it SSA scammer. Actually, it's not quite true. I've decided this yesterday. If I can't call a tech scam, strike that, reverse it again. If I can find a refund scammer, I'll call them first, followed by a tech support scammer, then an SSA scammer.
Right. So in addition,
prioritize.
In addition to some of the tools that you've released, again, the link is in the description of all of his videos. Is there any kind of a reference, text that you've written showing people where to go to find these things, find the pop-ups, and if they want to start getting into scam baiting?
Yeah, if you look in my, if you go to the link in my description on how to use my ScamBait Tools, let me see it real quick. I gotta mute this. Let me see it real quick. So if you go to that link, it has, maybe I don't have it. I think on my, if you go to the link that I'm producing today, it has a link called Scam Pop-Up Finder, which is a page I I produced that gives you 4 utilities that you can download and run that will open up a bunch of tabs on in your virtual machine to help you find pop-ups.
Right. And again, everybody, the all of this information are in his description of all of his videos. So if you didn't catch some of that, just go scroll through the video description, and it's all there. There was a kind of an amusing question asked. Free Spirit wanted to know if there's anything that you could wish for to get technology-wise. What would it be?
Right now, and I know someone that could help, but I really want to drive my Autobot through a PBX. So I'm going to be seeking some help in setting a PBX that can hopefully work with multiple SIP providers to make my Autobot simpler. That's a programming wish I have. The only other wish that I have is I really do need to find someone who can edit my videos. I just don't have, I don't really have time. Especially if I'm going to start animating a cartoon series, I'm going to be doing a lot of that, and that's heavy. So in the coming months, I'm going to be shopping for an editor. And that editor is going to need to be able to help me adapt to a new channel structure. I'm not really happy. I mean, I like the fact that I'm on stream number 341 right now, but when you go to my channel, you're not really seeing what I want you to see. I want you to see edited content in addition to my live stream. So it's possible I might do what some channel ScamBaiters do and separate my live shows into a separate channel called Modder Paul Huckers Live, to clean up my main Modder Paul Huckers channel to only contain edited ScamBait videos. Or possibly my latest stream plus my edited videos, and that latest stream would eventually move over to my live. That's the kind of thing I'm needing to adapt to.
Right. You do have some shorter videos, right, in your your playlist or something that you on YouTube. If people want a shorter video to their friends,
if you want to see those, the best way to get to them, go to my channel main page and then scroll down. You'll see playlists. I have videos by character. I have a whole category called produced videos on live streams. That's how you can get to the ones that I've edited. But be prepared for some changes because I've already recognized it. I look at the massive number of live streams I'm doing. There's another wish that I have. I need to get someone to help me create better thumbnails. It's just more work that it comes out of my round robin approach.
Right.
So you're going to see as time permits and as the opportunity arises, I'm gonna find someone who can edit my videos along with me, meaning I want them to help me come with a new strategy on the edited format. They would have editorial control, and then I'm gonna have somebody that will have media control over my channel's topography. Like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's have Modder Paul Huckers Live, and we have Meet the Huckers. We'll have all the live streams originate on Modder Paul Huckers Live, and then be posted to Modder Paul Huckers and removed, or some kind of layout that will give people the best of Modder Paul Huckers.
Right.
Because I really think an edited video that's got the best of a stream or the best of a clip is really attractive to a certain audience. And I had one of my subscribers, a friend of mine, she told me that she would like to be able to share my channel, but she has people that wouldn't want to sit through a 4-hour stream. They're only going to watch like a 20 or 10-minute video.
Yeah, that was something somebody mentioned in one of the questions in your your
Right.
Discord. So if there's anybody out there that is good at all the kind of the editing and the YouTube stuff, definitely join the Discord and you know.
Yeah, I do need to do something because in addition to doing my live stream, my work on haunted house video, and then eventually Meet the Huckers, I have a full-time job. so
Yeah.
so
So,
I literally all my spare time is spent on this channel in one way or another. And don't think I'm beating my brains out. I've been using your Plex server to get away and escape, and I have Netflix and I watch YouTube like a lot of people like their TV. I watch YouTube.
Right. Yep. So I think I've covered all the questions that people had in both YouTube and Discord.
Cool.
If you didn't hear the answer to one of your questions, it's probably something that was already, asked earlier or covered. A couple questions that we're not going to discuss.
Yeah, I'm
but I know.
looking in my chat to see if anyone had a question, and so far, Paranormal asked this question, so that's good. Oh, and Shadowhunter was in there, so it looks like we covered the questions.
Yeah. So I know there's some rumors that have been going around. Do you want to get into that now, or do you want to continue talking about anything else?
No, let's go into the rumors.
All right. So you have a big announcement, right?
Yeah, I have a big announcement. Do you want me to? Is that the rumor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of the things that I've always promoted on my live stream was sharing not only the numbers I call. I might not do that as exclusively anymore, only because it's hard to say. I might still do. I don't know. I'm very free with my information. Let's put it that way. But if you look down and then if you look down in the link in the description of this video, just scroll down, hit the more button so you can see all of it. I have a link that says download my ScamBait Ready virtual machine. And if you click on that, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on my video here. You'll be taken to a page that will literally allow you to download the same machine that I use without all the user profiles in my scamming. Okay, so it has several links. There's the actual virtual machine download. It's 8 gigabytes in size, so it's not all that huge. It's in zip format. There's a link to get VMware Workstation itself. It's VMware Workstation 16.0. And then there's an eBay link that will let you buy a license for VMware Workstation pretty cheap. Like here's one for $11.37. Here's one for, you'd have to do 16. Just keep that in mind. And I've done that all the time. It's legit, and you shouldn't have to worry about it. eBay's pretty good at keeping people from software theft. So don't feel like you're taking a risk off of buying that from eBay.
Right. So
you can also use VMware Player, but over the years VMware has been wishy-washy on being able to use it. So I don't know if it's there. I'll put that on the page too. Yeah, there is a player, but you have to buy it. And in my opinion, if you can get Pro for $16, why bother buying Player?
Yeah, Shadowhunter is saying that it's free, but they did change this, and I think it was a fairly recent change. Isn't that correct?
No, there's a limitation. I know you can pause a machine, but you can't make snapshots. Is it? There's a limitation.
Right. So somebody would need to do is they've got their bare metal host, and then they would want to download VMware. Once they have that installed, then all they need to do is import your ScamBait VM, right?
Yeah, fundamentally they're the same, but yeah, it doesn't.
Will your
All,
VM?
all like it's all, in my opinion, I mean, this is just me being practical. You can get VMware Workstation 16 Pro licensed for $16 if you buy the eBay license.
Definitely worth.
It's worth it. I mean, I basically I'm gonna now take the time to show you how to use it. When you click on that link in your download folder, you'll see the file. It's called mpchome.zip. What you want to do is double click the zip file. Oh, I gotta close that file.
And as you're going through the the VM and everything, could you also a lot of people see a lot of tools going on, and some of those tools are not going to be on the VM, like your call flutter and some of these other things. So if you could kind of make a distinction between what is in the VM and what tools that you have that you are not going to release.
Right. Okay. What you want to do is you want to drag this folder into into an area where you want to run your virtual machine. And then after you do that, you're going to open VMware and you're going to open it. File open. Find the folder where you stored it. I have mine here called MPC Home, and double click it. It'll open, and then power on the virtual machine. You're going to see an error, cannot connect file D. Don't worry about that. One thing that you might encounter if you're trying to use VMware Workstation on a machine without virtualization enabled, you may have to enable virtualization.
I think any of those kind of like technical issues that you can't work out, feel free again, join the Discord server. I'll link again, and there's a lot of us that are more than happy to help you out.
Or go to YouTube and say how to enable virtualization. The reason why you want to just take your time on that part, each machine is a little different. But don't panic if it gives you an error about virtualization. You want to enable it if you can, because it'll play a big role, and I'll show you why here in a moment. So after you turn on the ScamBait VM, you're going to log into it with the home account and the password, and it's in the HTML page. It's 888, just 3 8s. And it's going to present you with a very plain looking Windows 10 desktop. Okay. What you want to do is you're going to at some point want to dirty up the machine, but don't do that right away. You want to go create user accounts, or create a user account. If you're only going to play one person, you can call it your name or what have you. And after you've done that, that's when you would dirty it up. And what I mean by that is go to ninite.com. If you go to ninite.com, you can do a batch installation. Like, okay, you already have, Chrome is already installed on the machine, but you can install Firefox. You can install, I wouldn't recommend any of the antivirus, but you can install iTunes. You can tell it to install 7-Zip. You can put in Google Earth, just anything. And then you go down to this link, get your Ninite, and it will give you a single executable that will install all those programs that you execute. You then want to go to google.com and get some wallpapers, and examples would be like redwood trees. And then go over to images, and then go to more or tools and choose large, and then find a picture to put on the desktop. And then I'll also start sharing links to a very important piece of software I use. I didn't put it on the virtual machine because it's using a third party's link, and I've seen the site go down, so I don't want to put anything that could potentially not be available. But probably in our Discord, we should create a ScamBaiter resources folder where we can put in links to pop-up finders, links to past history generators, links to social security number generators and validators, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That'd
we do
be
have
useful stuff.
channels in general for like pop-up DB, evidence research, that kind of thing. But yeah, we should definitely highlight those. I also wanted to,
Okay.
if I may throw in a commentary about Nine-Night. You don't want to install things from Nine-Night that would make you look like you know computers to
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Like do open off. Well, be careful with the open office, and the reason is, if you want them to run fake Notepad, which is included on the machine, I'm going to show you this in a minute. You don't want them to say that Notepad's screwy and run the open office Word editor, because
Right.
they'll do that. They'll run the Word editor. Right now, if they try to run WordPad, it opens up fake Notepad, so they can't get around fake Notepad. It's a blessing and a curse. So I'll explain that in a minute here, but it's not so bad if you think about it. Okay, so after you've logged into the ScamBait VM, you have to get into an elevated command prompt. I can't do an automated startup of the tools, and you don't want that to happen anyway, because you want to have the ability to turn tools on and off. So I've just elected, by default, none of the tools are running. You have to start the tools. So to do that, click on the Explorer icon, and you've probably seen me do this in my live shows. Go to the C drive, go to the Windows directory, and then click a folder and type SYS. It'll take you to System. Double click System 32, and then type the letters CMD. It'll bring you to the command prompt. Right click it and tell it to run as administrator. Click on accept the user account control, and you'll have a command prompt. I like to open up a second one, just because when you run the tools, the command prompt that you run it from, you can't continue to type. You have to close it. Okay, so before you go to use the tools, type scam config, and it will open up the ScamBait configuration. And this is where you can get a bird's eye view of what my ScamBait tools encompass. There's a fake MSInfo32, a fake MSConfig, a fake manage BDE, a fake netstat, a fake notepad, system info, syskey, clear event log, and fake webcam, and fake treedir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear these and use the originals and show you really what the differences are. If they run MSConfig on a normal machine, the services in MSConfig have a number of items that are stopped. They'll commonly sort it by the status column and then find the stopped ones, and they'll tell you that your machine is infected because the hackers stopped these critical services. Another utility that they run is MSInfo32. On that one, their main thing is either error reporting, which I don't have errors right now, that's why you don't see any, but under system drivers, they'll go in there and they'll sort by started, and they'll tell you your AMD K8's not started, this isn't started, because hackers have stopped your drivers. No amount of argument with them, like, well, how can I run AMD if I have an Intel processor? That's one of those things you just can't argue with them. They won't. So instead, you want to stump them with the fake one.
So
manage. Go ahead.
you're bringing up a command prompt instead of typing the commands into like the Windows run. Is that
That's the
there's no history that you've run these?
Yeah, that's some of the reason why I want you to open your command prompt from within Explorer. You don't want this to be populated with anything. I'll show you how to clear it. There's another thing you need to clear is the history inside of the Explorer window, which I'll show you how to do that. You don't want them seeing C:/Windows System 32 CMD. If they see that, they'll ask you, why were you doing that?
Right.
So that's why I go through the trouble of doing it with the mouse, because there's no history recorded. So just going further, you saw how those were the real deals. If you type scam config, by default, it wants to configure all the fake utilities. So I'm going to click apply. And now when they run msinfo32, it suddenly will look like a Hewlett Packard HP EliteBook G4. In my web page, I give you the actual CSV file you can edit to change what machine is listed here. I kept the same i9 processor, and there's a technical reason for that. It's funny because none of the scammers realize that a G4 cannot use an i9 9900K. I'll explain what that is. The one thing I can't change is if they go to this PC and properties, under the system info, the VMware hack that we use to pass through the host machine information will show that it's using the same processor as your host machine. So that's why in my msinfo32, I have an EliteBook G4 running an i9 9900K. I had one of them question at one time, but they rarely will do that. But in the fake one, which is this one, if they go to drivers, it says all drivers are loaded and running. And you're going to hear crickets when they do this. This is, as a tech, if I saw this as a tech, I would say, you are jacked up because you're loading AMD and Intel. You even have Banyan Vines networking. Whoa. See, this is a farce. There's no way that this could be possible. And no amount of errors in your event log will show because this is always empty. That confuses them too.
Right.
This was a complex program. This one took me over 3 days of programming to do. I literally have a CSV file for each of these lists. Okay, so that's that. And then msconfig, which you're going to always see a lot of, it says all the services are running. And that's another cricket. So a lot of times when the scammers run these, you'll see them close it and then say, I'm going to put you on hold. I've got to check something in your logs or whatever. They'll come right back and they'll run it again. That's them grabbing an associate or a supervisor and having them look at it too. So if that happens to you, be prepared for the end of the call, okay? Because they're a little bit above average in terms of scammers. They know that something's weird. Fake nets, there's the other, let me just go through the other fake ones real quick. You have a fake net stat. It will produce not established, not established. The system is secure. Manage BDE is the BitLocker command line. I had to make it fake. Manage, I spelled it wrong. Manage BDE. The real BDE shows that BitLocker is not enabled, and there's a number of scammers out there that will tell you, because it will say protection off. They'll tell you that your protection is turned off. So I created a fake manage BDE that says protection is on. That's an example of me fixing something that rarely happens, but it does happen. The other fake tool is System Info. System Info is a utility that is run quite often. Some remote programs, I don't know which ones, run system info and take its output and displays it on their console. So the fake one will emulate and show the same product information that I have on my MS Info 32. And again, if you look in the description of my ScamBait VM download machine, you'll see the text file that you can edit to change that information.
Right. So that question I wanted to ask is, you're running Intel. My system is AMD. So am I going to want to change that to reflect what my host machine is running? If I understood what you had mentioned earlier.
You're gonna want to put the same processor value inside of system info, and then for MS Info 32, you're going to want to do that there as well. You also have to decide: do you want your computer to be a laptop or a notebook or a desktop? I like the laptop idea because I have the fake webcam, and you do, and this ScamBait VM has a fake webcam. I'll show you how to use it.
Oh, beautiful.
But you do want to change those files. Those files are located in C/drivers. I'm unhiding them. The files are hidden by default. You'll see some CSV files in there, and it's in the description. CSV, that stands for comma separated value. And so, for example, system, this like services CSV, which is used in MS config. I'm going to go over to that directory, and I'm going to type services CSV. It's just a text file, and you just have to be mindful that if you see commas, keep the commas where they are. If you're not careful, the MS config will produce an error. So I'll try to be more verbose on my ScamBait download. When you go to change those CSV files, they're comma separated values. So if you change like application experience and take the comma, if that line does not have the same comma format, it'll crash the auto AT executable. So definitely test it afterward.
Which is also a good, reason to take snapshots before you make changes, right?
Yeah, and that's another big thing that's important. When you run the ScamBait VM, you're gonna want to take a snapshot. Just go to VM, snapshot, take snapshots. Before you even begin messing with the machine, I would take a snapshot and call it base install. That way you have something to roll back to in case you screw up a CSV file. Okay. The CSV files, I'm going to open some on my host machine so you can see what they really look like. If I edit this with my Explorer is going to crash again. When I run, I'm starting to get Explorer crashes. I don't know what it is, but so I'm going to have to open that through. I'm going to open it through Excel.
Well, if you go to TeamViewer, I might be able to help you.
I don't know which program's causing it. I might have to bounce back to my base image again, like I do from time to time. I've been hammering on my system a lot. My bot, by the way, my Flutter, that thrashes my solid state drive, so I've got to figure out a better way to run it. In other words, I might be laying waste to my solid state without realizing it. Okay, so I got to go into source, and then we're gonna.
Yeah, Ben King mentioned snapshots are very important in order to recover a VM. Not only that, but if you want that base install that's virgin, hasn't been touched, and then put a few applications on it, get ready for ScamBait, and then snapshot that so that after a scammer has been on your machine, you just revert back to the snapshot.
I'm getting a scammer call. Hello?
Hi, this is a
Hello?
call from Amazon to inform you that your Amazon Prime account will be
Hopefully. Let me see if
auto-renewed
they
for
leave a phone number.
$39.99 from your bank account, so enjoy using Amazon Prime services, or if you want to discontinue or unsubscribe the services, then speak to an Amazon service manager by pressing 1.
Okay, I'm just going to see if I can call them back.
Hi, this is a call from Amazon to inform you that your Amazon Prime account will be auto-renewed for $39.99 from your bank account, so enjoy using Amazon Prime services, or if you want to discontinue or unsubscribe the services, then speak to an Amazon service manager by pressing 1.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Yes, ma'am. This
Hello?
is James here from Amazon. How are you doing today?
Hi. I'm interested in what's happening, but I'm on the phone with my mom. Is there a way I can call you back?
No,
What's the phone number?
I don't have any phone number.
Can you call me back in the half hour so I can talk to my mom?
Yes, I can give you the call after half an hour.
Okay, call me at it's almost 1 p.m. my time, but at 1:30 I'll make sure I'm available.
Okay, I'll give you the call back.
Thank you. Okay, I copied this caller ID. Let me take my Mary voice off.
Okay, so we might have something to do ScamBait wise after I finish my demo here. Where was I? Okay, so I'm going to show you what a CSV file looks like, just so you know what you're walking into. Let's go into, actually we need to go to source, and then edit do all files. So I'm going to look at services image. That's a really important one. It's called services CSV. Okay, so here it is here. Services CSV goes into Excel as an actual spreadsheet with several columns, and it's much easier to work with in Excel. However, if you run that in Notepad, it's just fine, but I need you to be aware of something. So if I open Notepad, and then file open, and we'll go over to that directory. So I'm going to open up services. Let's look up just services. Where's that at? Services CSV. Okay, so this is what it looks like in Notepad. So a CSV file in Excel, each comma is what tells Excel to put it in a different column. So if I want to change something like BitLocker drive encryption, you don't remove that comma, because if you do, you're going to get an error when they run msconfig. So just keep that in mind. One thing to note, and I'm not pressuring anybody to do it, but if you join my Wizard of Squad member group, I have a statement on my download page. All members of that group gain access to the source code of my ScamBait utilities, and I will also provide technical support and help you get to knowing how to program in AutoIT. I'm not going to train you on AutoIT, but I'll show you how to learn. It's not that hard. If you've done any form of mild programming, you'll be able to program in AutoIT.
And again, it's probably a good idea to point out that which tools are being made available and which tools aren't. For instance, like your dialer.
Right. Okay. So we did system 32 and 32. So I'm gonna go to scam config. Now this is where it becomes really important. I put a fake sys key on the machine, even though Windows 10 doesn't have one. It brings up this pop-up. If you need to get rid of it, it's Control Shift Star. Oh, that's the other thing I need to put. Bear with me, I forgot to put my shortcut keys. If you want to note this down for this training, if they run syskey, to get out of it, it's Control Shift Star. Or Control
Shift 8.
No, I'm sorry. It's just Star. I don't know why I flipped on that one. So, not Control Shift Star, just the Star key. So Shift 8.
You're right. I'm looking
Write
for.
down
I don't see it.
Shift
Yeah,
8.
Eight.
I'll add the shortcuts to the ScamBait VM download page when we're done with the stream. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to Scam Config. We also have clear event log. Okay. You're gonna have to determine if you want the event log clearing all the time. If you have a slower host machine, you might have no choice but to have the real event log. Okay. I'm going to show you why in a moment here. If I go to my task manager, I'm using 18% of the VM's processor. And when I run the ScamBait utilities, you're going to see that it's jacked up to as much as 80. Because in the background, it's constantly clearing the event log. If you don't want a fake webcam, you can uncheck it. And then the fake tree and dir, if for any reason you want them to be able to run tree and type a virus was found, you can uncheck that if you don't want it. Now, back to what Certified was saying, my ScamBait Tools does not include a call flutter. That's a completely different software that I created that I will be sharing in another method. But it does not, the ScamBait virtual machine does not do call flooding. I just want to make that clear.
Now that's very exciting about your plans for the dialer, make it so people can run it themselves or be a zombie bot to
right. Yeah, the way that'll work, you'll be able. My next download for you will be your own private version of the call flooding bot, but you're gonna have to set up a SIP provider, and I'm gonna have to show you if you need it. If you want to run more than one, you're gonna need my consulting because it's not as straightforward as one might think. But I'd be willing to help you. The other scammer bot is when I'm ready. I have 30 people signed up right now. These people are going to download a version of the bot that I control using my Autobot Flutter utility. They get their commands from a SQL server that I have running on the cloud. So I just want to draw that distinction. ScamBait tools are literally limited to doing a ScamBait with an actual scammer. Okay, so let me show you the how to run the tools. After you've made your decision you want to use the tools or not, inside of that elevated command prompt, I need to grab another command prompt real quick. You're going to want to invoke the tools. Okay, so in the elevated command type, just type run. Okay, and as you can see, I can't type anything else. Your only choice is to close the command window. At this point, you can test out the tools by holding down Control-Alt-W.
Wasted.
That'll do a wasted. So write down, and I'll put this in my HTML on my web page. Control-Alt-W will say wasted.
Wasted.
Control-Alt-B
Busted.
is busted. Control-Alt-L locks the keyboard. They can't type. To unlock the keyboard, you have to type UNLOCK, and it will let them type. That's actually handy to use. I've actually locked the keyboard on them in addition to fake notepad. Unlock. I'm taking notes so I know what to put on the web page. If they run fake notepad, and they want you to type, say right now, you can, oh, hold on. Let me take this call real quick to get their number.
Hello?
This is a call from Amazon to inform you that your Amazon Prime account will be auto-renew for $39.99 from your bank account, so enjoy using Amazon Prime services, or if you want to discontinue or unsubscribe the services, then speak to an Amazon Service Manager by pressing 1.
Okay, they
This
might hang
is a
up
call
on-
from Amazon to inform you that your Amazon Prime account will be auto-renew for
Get it over with.
$39.99 from your bank account, so enjoy using Amazon Prime services, or if you want to discontinue or unsubscribe the services, then speak to an Amazon Service Manager by pressing 1.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Is there any way
Hi,
I can
madam.
call you back? Is there any way that I can call you back? I'm on the phone with my mother.
I beg your pardon.
I am on the phone with my mother. May I call you back?
Of course. The number is 917-994.
Not 917
994
994
7263.
917 994 7623. That's
7
correct? Okay, I have.
7263.
Is it 7363 or 7263?
7263.
Okay. I'll call you back in about
Yep.
a half hour.
Okay, okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, guys. Okay, let's keep going.
Yes, before we can. They're going to start calling. That's why that's why, see, it's 1 o'clock. That's why I moved my streams to 1 o'clock. Okay, with fake notepad, while they're typing and it's making changes, a tip that I have, they put name, email. If you get a chance, just click on the notepad and hit enter a few times and hold down the spacebar key. That'll invoke the typos if you need them to show up. If they want you to type, make sure you click on notepad and hold Control Q. Click that mean. It's Control. I'll find out what the shortcut is and put it in the desktop. It's either Control Q or Control Alt Q. I always hit them both, but as you can tell, see how it makes a sound. Control Alt Q will turn off the typos, and then if you hit Control Alt Q again, I'll make sure I know which one it is before I put it into the web listing. We'll turn off the typos, and when you hit it again, it'll turn the typos back on. What I recommend is this. They're in there doing their name, email. Okay, so this is kind of rare, but I know it will happen at some point. They have name, email, whatever, blah blah blah. It's all fake and weirded out. You hit Control Q and you say, "It's typing fine." The quick brown fox. Looks like Control Alt Q doesn't work. It's one or the other. What you want to do is when you turn it back on, either erase everything or close the notepad so that they don't have a chance to use it without typos. Okay, so for the other links, another important link. When you've revealed yourself to the scammer and you want to say ha ha, and you want to say wasted and busted, hit Control Alt Y and it will open up a video I have on YouTube or actually running off of my web server, hit Control-Alt-Y and then sneak your mouse over and hit play. It'll play this. It'll play this video to the scammer. Really, and it shows the. You're so stupid. It's a 5-minute long video, basically insulting the scammer with their own Indian military. If you look at the URL, it actually picks a random video out of 10. So over time, when you hit Control-Alt-Y, you're going to get a different video. So to give you some variety. So if I hit Control-Alt-Y again, now it's opening up the 9th one, which is the same video because I wanted to show something. If you need to close this page, hold down Alt Escape and it will close it.
Again, as he mentioned, he'll have a shortcut, list for you.
Yeah, well, hello? Hello? Okay, scammer called me and hung up. Yeah, you'll get a shortcut list right as when my stream ends. I'll cap off my video posting and I'll go right to that HTML page and put these shortcuts in. So Control-Alt-Y will produce the video. Alt-Escape will close that page. Another useful shortcut key. If they're in the middle of going to a site you don't want, like Geek Typer, okay, you can confuse them by hitting the F11 key. F11 will produce a fake pop-up message. It's the fake pop-up that you see me running all the time. It says that your computer has a framework record missing. It'll pop up at a random interval between 6 and 10 seconds. Okay, it's a very annoying pop-up. It runs off my web server, so you'll be able to do it on your virtual machine. If they have Chrome open, it also opens the pop-up inside of Chrome. So they can't open a browser to escape it. See, watch what happens. Oh my God, now Chrome's doing it. If they run Internet Explorer, it just so happens that Internet Explorer is going to show the pop-up too. Oh my God, I can't run a browser without that ding pop-up. Okay, so after you've played with them, to pause the pop-up, hit the equal key. And it'll stop popping up. So again, you'll see the shortcut keys and what they do inside of my website posting. If they don't have any browser open and you hit F11, it's going to open up that pop-up inside of Microsoft Edge. Okay? I do not have a way for you to change the number. It would be, I can't think of a way that you could. It would involve reading a local file. If I could figure that out, I might post an update that would let you do that. Okay, so that's those. If you hit Control-Shift-8, you get scam pop-up. It's a bunch of floating scammer heads that will annoy the scammer. Boy, I really got to do editing. If you want to take the pop-ups away, just hit escape. Oh, that's not it. Wait, hold on. Scammer heads, escape. I wonder why the escape key ain't working. Uh-oh, don't run that. It should have. Works on my other one, but not this one. Let me reboot this real quick. Something's not right. Let me look at something. I hope I didn't blow that one. I might have you not do scam pop-up. I didn't test it because I didn't think I had to. Scam config. Yeah, I didn't rewrite it, so it should work. Let me go over to my ScamBait machine real quick. Got a whole bit. We're almost done here. Yeah, if I hit Control Shift 8 and escape, it goes away. So let's log back in. 888. I'm going to go to a command prompt. CMD. I do have this out. This is outlined on that webpage how you do that, by the way. And
There was a question.
This video. I'm gonna run my ScamBait utilities again. Okay, it works. Okay, I don't know what was going wrong. If you hit Control Shift 8, you'll get the scammer heads. And if you want to get rid of them, hit the escape key. Okay. I'm not sure what combination of utilities I ran that confused it. Okay, so what are the other ones that we have? If you don't want to run the scam pop-up, but you want to close the browser, and I'm talking any browser. If they have Chrome open, Internet Explorer, and you want those browsers closed, hit the end key. It'll kill the browser. Let's see, anything else? Okay, things I've done. They cannot hit Control C. I've blocked Control C. And the reason for that is I didn't want them to interrupt the tree command. Remember, if they run tree, it's going to run for 35 minutes, and they can't stop it. So I blocked Control C. If I think of any other shortcuts that you need, oh, the webcam. Okay, so the webcam right now, if I run it, it's going to show an empty chair, okay? If you want to use the webcam, and I'll put this in my webpage, go to C and then Windows, and you're going to see a program called, or a file called Nobody, one called Mail. If I run Mail, it's what I used. See that? Let me close that.
So could you put your own personal video there and have that pop up?
Excuse me. Right. So what you need to do, and I'll put that in the folder. There's a text file. It's called. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do it that way. Let me go into a prompt real quick. I'll give you full instructions on how to do it. But there's I think it's in Documents. If it's not in Documents, it's going to be in C, Windows. You have to edit the camera text file. And to basically, I'll give you the full description on the webpage. Just give me till this evening so I can outline it. But basically right now, if they run webcam, it's going to show an empty chair. So if you want to use those ScamBait utilities right away, what I would do is run scam config and uncheck the webcam for now until I can give you the instructions on how to create your own webcam video. I was intending to tell you this anyway, because you don't want the camera to be empty if you don't have your video created. So just uncheck fake webcam and hit apply. It'll get rid of the icon for you. Okay. That's just my advice until you're ready. Okay, the rules to the video are actually pretty simple. You just need to be able to create a video that's an MP4 file, and I recommend 5 minutes long. I always make mine 5 minutes long. It's just an MP4 file. And it needs to be named in accordance. Let me see what that camera text file looks like. Type camera text. Is that not a... Oh, it's not in System 32. Okay. So camera text contains the name of the video that you want to run. So if let me go scam config. I'm going to use the fake webcam. Okay. But I want to use the real notepad so I can edit that. So I'm going to uncheck fake notepad. Okay, and then I'm going to go to notepad, and I'm going to open this camera. Oh, it doesn't let you drag and drop. Open. I'm going to see Windows. I'm going to open up camera, and I'm going to replace nobody with male. So now when I run the camera, it shows the male video. See what I'm saying? If I change that text file to say female, it'll show female.
And I'm sure while it would be hilarious to, troll them with porn or something like that, you definitely don't want to do that if you're streaming people.
Well, yeah, if you're doing private scam baiting, you can do all manner of things. If you do fuzzy, this is an important one. If you want to, you can do fuzzy, and it will look like somebody put tape over the camera. Okay. So that file called camera, I'll put into the description. It's called camera.txt. I used a couple of tricks to produce my male one and the empty one. I literally took my webcam and put it on top of the laptop by the keyboard, and then put on my striped shirt, and basically sat in front of my webcam for 5 minutes and just moved a little. I took that video file and I brought it into Adobe Premiere to export it as an MP4 file. You don't have to use Adobe Premiere. You can use any number like Vegas Pro. There's free video converters. But you're going to want to test it because it might not be in the right codec format, even though it's an MP4. It needs to be an H2 or H220 or whatever they call it. You'll see. If you need more info, I'll see if I can put the codec specs on the notepad. All I know is when I go to create it, it's a MP4 that's YouTube compatible. That's a good guide. Okay, there's one final thing I need to show you. Don't let me space it. What was it? Oh, well, I'm into the blonde moment zone. Bear with me. It had something to do with...
And again, people who missed any part of the video or have other additional questions that didn't get answered, feel free to join the Discord. A lot of us in there, including Otterpaul himself, that are very accessible and happy to help out.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. My brain's also eyeing the time because I have a scammer that's gonna call. I'll put more notes into what was it? Almost had it on the tip of my thumb. I can't think of it. I'll have better instructions for the camera, but it basically boils down to you can use my male and female if you want. You just need to edit that camera.txt file. I'm not sure what the camera 1, 2, 3, and 4 is. I would ignore those. It's just camera.txt, and the name that goes in that file. Like if I want nobody.mp4, I just type nobody. You don't have to put the letters MP4. It will then show an empty chair. So that's how you do that. Anyways, we're running out of time. There's a lot to the ScamBait VM that meets the eye, so that will be my next step. Is tonight I'll update this web page that you're downloading it from. I'll update it with a shortcut section. So that way you can have a printout to work with. It'll be on this web page here. I'll put the shortcuts between the donation section. I'll say the shortcut keys used in the virtual machine. Yeah, I could make a help file, but Windows no longer supports the help file creator that I use. Okay, so I think we're good to go for now.
Awesome. Thanks for your time and answering everybody's questions. This has been fantastic.
Yeah, and it was a way for people to get to know my... thanks, Molly. I just got a super chat. I love doing Q&A. I did one with Deo not long ago, and I'm always excited to do them. I'm really big on getting people involved into scam baiting. And I like to always tell people, you don't have to call scammers. You don't have to call scammers to be a scam baiter. In a way, you're a scam baiter if you bring awareness to other people, letting your friends and family know that if somebody calls saying they're the Social Security Administration, it's a lie, or the big one. If someone has to remote into your machine, it's likely a scam to begin with, unless it's something you've requested. So if you're not requesting that and they need to remote in, the answer is no, especially if they're trying to give you a refund. An actual refund can be done from the back end. Just make sure your friends and family know that. And the other way to be a scam baiter is to promote Modder Paul Hookers. Just tell them, look up Modder Paul. I don't tell people to look up Modder Paul Hookers. I just tell them to search for Modder Paul on YouTube. Or have them look up Teen A Hunter or Little Piece Scam Baits. You know, any of my scam baiting friends. And join our Discord if you want. Send me an email, modderpaulhookers@gmail.com. I'm very friendly in my email, and I'm not big enough yet to where I do answer everything. One thing you do know, I'm very good at keeping up with comments. YouTube has a comment filter that lets me look to see which comments I haven't replied to. So I'm known for answering all comments. Consider becoming a member. If you're part of the ultimate group, the Wizard of Squad, you're going to get a one-on-one with me monthly at a time you choose that's within my availability. And it's a no-holds-barred. You can talk tech, we can talk YouTube, we can talk about auto IT, we can discuss my ScamBait utilities and their source code. I'm going to have other perks eventually when I get my sitcom going, where people can contribute ideas that they want to see in the sitcom. In about a month or two, I'm going to be doing a call to action for voice actors. So there's a chance for anybody who's a subscriber. You don't have to be a member to be a voice actor. So I'll be putting that in my community chat. I'm going to need to have voice actors because I can only do so much, and I don't want my cartoon show having multiple versions of Ray with his voice changed. I need to have some real people who are willing to act. And I have a very easy to follow script format. I use Trelby. It's a script writing program. I'll give you the section of the script. We'll do a reading over the phone. Once you're comfortable with it, then I'll even buy the recording software for you called Action to record the lyrics. And real quick, I'm going to show you a video, if it'll let me open it. I don't know if my Explorer is going to crash again. I'm going to go to my haunted house video and show you the sing test. Okay, watch this. Lip syncing in my cartoons is really cool. So watch what happens to her.
I opened the door. Stepped inside to see what's inside for me. It's a haunted house. A very haunted house. Oh no. Oh no.
Anyways, so my cartoons will have lip syncing. So if you become a voice actor, I will take your voice and then use my iPhone to lip sync you to program my character on screen to literally put your voice in my sitcom. So okay, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I got to get ready for a phone call. My stream's running, so I don't have to do anything special to convert over back to my regular stream. Can you guys still hear me on Discord? Oh, looks like we're disconnected.
I can hear you
I'm
on
going
this.
back. Okay, I'm going back to my stream. Okay.
Yep. Thanks. This was awesome. Appreciate it.
Thanks a bunch, guys. The Q&A was great. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, so we're back in business. Yeah, let me do some quick searches. I'm ready for the phone call. I'm gonna, if they call, I also have a number I can call. Hopefully it was not a dumb number that he gave me. I'm now doing searches for some scammers. And there's a holiday in India today, so that's why we're not seeing anything. Let me go over to Popup DB is acting weird. Let me do a Popup scam find real quick. Okay, I gotta reopen that. Yeah, the voices that I need for Meet the Hookers, I need someone who can play Emily. Emily is a 12-year-old girl. She's a very important part of the story that I'm telling on my sitcom. She's the first person you will meet in my sitcom. Right now, the little kid I have
Sounds like this. Doesn't sound anything like I want it to. It doesn't mean I can't make Emily.
voice, and I might do that. Oh, I already had Pop Start running. Oh, there it is. Okay. But I'm gonna have a bunch of kids at school, and you're gonna hear like 30 rays if I don't find voice actors. That's what I'm up against. Okay, so let me run the pop-up generator. Okay, that's running. Okay, so we're going to try to call that Amazon scammer as Mary. Hopefully he's...
Hold on, I'm getting something. Okay, we have tech support. Let me grab this pop-up before we do this Amazon scam. I prefer to do an Amazon scam over a tech support scam because of the sheer nastiness of those scammers. They're refund scammers. They're the worst of the worst. Okay, I'm going to grab the URL. They have a new pop-up out there. I cannot... Let me see if I can cancel it out. Some of the pop-ups let you cancel it out. If I can't get the URL, I just use my internal Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work. There's another pop-up I want. Okay. What the hell? Okay, there's the number. They're starting to make these pop-ups so that I can't get the URLs for them. Okay, that's the same phone number. That's that one. I'm trying to find their number and I can't see it. Nope. This is like the dumbest pop-up on the world. I've seen it before. It doesn't have a phone number to call. I'm trying to, if I can get, see, I guess it's this number. But that's from the other pop-up. That's the problem. See? And it's not hidden in the URL. So this idiot scammer made a pop-up that has no phone number. What an idiot. Okay, so let me reset it and we'll give him a call. We're going to start with this Amazon scammer. Hopefully, like I said, we can get him. Okay, I'm doing this as Mary. I'll pause my pop-up. Get my dialer. Have it open. From this number here. And we might get called from that other scammer. I had a feeling he gave me a fake number. Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello? I'm calling you
Hello.
back. Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Can you? Yes, ma'am.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Tell me.
I can hear you.
Yes. Tell me, madam. I'm from Amazon.
Okay, what's going on?
So, like, you wanna cancel your account, right?
Okay, what is your name? I'd like to know what your name is.
My name
Do
is
you
Steve
have a
Oscar.
name? What's your name?
Steve.
Steve. Okay, Steve, what's going on with Amazon?
Amazon Prime is a website where you can watch movies, videos, and today is the
I know,
renewal date.
I use Amazon Prime. Why did you call?
Do you want to cancel that?
I don't understand what you're saying. You called me and I asked you for a number and I called you back. Why did you call me? Okay, I don't know who you are. You sound like a creep. Did you call me for a reason? What a douchebag. I'm gonna call him again. Arrest him.
Hello.
Why did you hang up?
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Why did you hang up?
Madam, do you want to cancel your account?
I don't understand what you're saying. Are you from Amazon? Because you don't act like it.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm
Yep.
calling you back. I'm calling you back like I promised.
Yes, sir.
Why did you call me?
You for the Amazon Prime subscription, which is going to renew today. So, do you want to cancel or do you want to renew?
Well, I don't want to. I want to renew it.
Okay, you want to renew it. So, sir,
Yes.
from now onward, it has moved up to $34.99 per month. Okay.
Hello?
Dear customer, we have detected a suspicious activity on your Amazon account. An unauthorized purchase of iPhone 6s, 64 gigabytes has been ordered from your Amazon account. To cancel your order or to connect with one of our customer support representatives, please press 1. Dear customer, we have detected a suspicious activity on your Amazon account. An unauthorized purchase of iPhone 6s, 64 gigabytes has been ordered from your Amazon account. To cancel your order or to connect with one of our customer support representatives, please press 1.
Hello?
Thank you for watching Amazon. This is Janie. How can I help you?
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
Hi, what's going on?
Okay, so ma'am, I believe that our robotic team has sent you some of the voice message or email about the purpose of the mobile phone, right?
Well, no, I just received a phone call and it told
From
me to press
Amazon.
1 to cancel. Yes, from Amazon. And it said
Okay,
1 to
so ma'am,
cancel.
so order of iPhone 11 Pro, which has been costing $799, and it is very suspicious for you. And that order is registered under your number. It's 3857438842, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as I can see there is an order of iPhone 11 Pro which has been costing $799. So ma'am, you want to cancel that order or you want to purchase the amount of that order?
Well, I think I should cancel it.
Okay, so ma'am, to cancel that order, you have to connect to our Amazon security service and we will verify you with the 9-digit verification code,
I just,
okay? And
I'm looking at I've logged into my Amazon. I don't see the order.
because ma'am, the hackers who have misused your number and created a fake account is using your Amazon account because they have created a fake account by your number, and which account you are using it is your original account. So that's why you are not able to see the order which is registered under your number. And we are here to help you to cancel that order, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, ma'am, to cancel that order, you have to connect to our Amazon security service and we will verify you with the 9-digit verification code. And after the verification, you are directly connected to the Amazon, okay?
Okay.
And we'll provide you all of your refund back to you, which is indirectly deducted from your account. So, first of all, can you just help me out through which device you use your internet, like in your mobile phone, computer, laptop? Because first of all, we have to verify you with the 9-digit verification code. And after the verification only, you are directly connected to the Amazon, okay? So, can you just help me out with a device to use your internet?
It's my home computer laptop.
Your computer and your laptop, right?
Yes.
So, can you just be in front of your computer, then I can help you to connect to our Amazon security service?
I'm sorry, what?
So, ma'am, can you just be in front of your computer, then I can help you to connect to our Amazon security service?
Yes, I'm in front of my computer. I'm in my Amazon account.
Out. So, ma'am, just focus on your keyboard, okay? Then, I will help you to connect to our Amazon security service, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, in your keyboard, at the very left-hand corner, there is a CTRL key, which calls Control key. Is it over there?
Yes.
Okay. So, beside the Control key, there is a Windows key, right? With the 4 boxes?
No. It says
Yeah, ma'am.
FN.
Yeah, no, ma'am. In the middle of Control key and the ALC key, there is a Windows key. Is it over there with the 4 boxes, Windows key?
Well, it's a key that has the Microsoft symbol. It's the same
Yeah,
symbol I
ma'am.
see when I turn on my
Yeah, ma'am.
computer.
No, ma'am. In your keyboard.
When I turn my laptop on, I see the
No, so,
symbol
ma'am.
of Microsoft. It's a window key.
Okay. So, ma'am, in your laptop, have you turned on your laptop?
Ma'am, do you want me to look
So,
for the Windows key? The Windows key. It's a
Windows.
key with a
Okay, ma'am.
window on it.
Okay. Okay. So just in your laptop, at the top of your laptop, there is an address bar, right?
Yes.
Just search over there. Just type over there. Anydex, ANY,
ANY
DESK,
DESK
anydex.com.
.com.
Okay, just wait for a while, okay? Dada, laptop में कुछ नहीं करो. I know. Laptop में.
इसमें विंडोज लैपटॉप चाहिए एप्पल लैपटॉप चाहिए
So, ma'am, do you have a Windows laptop or a Apple laptop?
It's a Windows laptop.
Is it a Windows laptop, right?
Yes. I typed anydesk.com. Nothing's happening.
Okay. So, ma'am, just remove that, okay? Then just focus on your keyboard.
It says remote desktop software. Anywhere. Anytime. Any desk. Connect to a computer remotely, be it from the other end of the office. And it says free download.
Okay, so ma'am, just wait, okay? I'm transferring this call to my senior manager, okay?
What's wrong with you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Thank you for holding the line. This is your senior supervisor, David Rye, on the floor. How can I help you, ma'am?
I'm not sure what's going on. The lady that was helping me was useless. She didn't know what she was doing.
Ma'am, somebody is misusing your personal details, okay, and creating a fake account. All right?
Okay.
So, you want to yes, you want to cancel?
I need to cancel the order. Hello?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. You want to cancel the order right now?
Okay, the other person, the woman, had me go to the AnyDesk website, and then she said she needed
Yes.
to transfer me.
You have any desk in your computer?
I'm at the AnyDesk website.
No. We'll provide you a secure app, okay? So that app will send you the verification code, and you need to verify that. All right?
Okay. So anyways, I opened up my browser and I went to anydesk.com.
Yes. So, what do you have, ma'am? You have a computer, cell phone, or laptop? What do you have?
I have a laptop.
Okay. So, is it a Windows or it's an Apple?
It's Windows. And I'm at the AnyDesk website. What would you like me to do next?
Ma'am, we'll provide you a secure app, okay? That's our app. So that app will send you the verification code and you need to verify that, alright? So don't worry,
Okay.
we'll just provide you a secure app and we'll provide
Meanwhile, I have opened the AnyDesk website. What do you want me to do next?
Ma'am, we'll provide you, not the AnyDesk, okay? We'll provide you another website. Don't you worry, that's our app, okay? So that app will just guide you on the way, okay? Do one thing, ma'am. Can you see the Windows key on the keyboard? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. Now press and hold it down, okay? And with the other finger, press the letter R, R as in Roger, okay? R as in Roger.
Okay. I did.
So what exactly can you see on the screen now?
It says type the name of a program, folder, document, or internet resource, and Windows will open it for you.
Okay. Now just below there is a narrow panel where you can type down. Can you see it?
Can I have your name? What's your name?
Sorry, this is David, right? D-A-V-I-D, David. W-R-I-G-S-T. Okay. Now, do you see a narrow panel where you can type down? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Now just type down there www dot No, there will be a 3W, ma'am, not the 4. It will be 3W. www dot A as in America, A
as in America,
W as in whiskey,
W as in whiskey,
E as in Edward,
E as in Edward,
S as in Sam,
S as in Sam,
yeah, U as in United,
U as in United,
N as in Nancy,
N as in Nancy,
yes, now again dot as in period,
dot,
yes, C as in Charlie, O as in Oscar, M as in Mary, .com.
.com.
What is that you type down? Can you repeat that to me?
At www.awesome.com.
Okay. Now, just do you see any option which says okay? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hit on okay.
Okay.
Now, what exactly can you see on the screen?
There's already awesome solutions,
Now,
pricing,
just
rewards, and login. Want to get awesome subscriptions for free?
No.
Awesome
Ma'am, listen to me, ma'am. Please sit it down, okay?
Discounts. Now.
Hello, ma'am. Listen to me.
Awesome remote desktop software. An all-in-one remote access / remote soft support solution. Connect to remote computers. Play games PC remotely. Provide remote support. I'm listening to you. Provide remote support and collaborate online. Buy or upgrade today, or download for commercial and permission use. How much does
Okay.
this cost?
Ma'am, do you see any option which says free download?
No.
Ma'am, just below that there will be an option which says free download in an orange box, okay?
I clicked on buy now to see what the prices
Not
are.
buy now. Not buy now. You
It
need to
says
click on free
choose
download.
the best awesome solution for your needs.
Ma'am,
The
go back.
pro version is $9/3 devices a month.
Ma'am, just go back,
one?
okay, and hit on free
The
download.
The
Listen
game
to
version
me.
is $15. I'm listening. Which one should I buy?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, ma'am. Did you see any kind of free download and buy now over there? Yeah. Did you click on free
No, I
download,
don't.
okay? Ma'am, there is an free download and buy now. The free download is in the orange color box. So did you see any
Yes,
kind of free download and buy now over there?
Yes, now it says, what do you want to do with AWE Sun
Yeah,
underline
ma'am.
one
Below
to
that
five?
yeah, ma'am. Below the option, there is an
Who
free
am I
download.
talking? I was talking to David. What's your name?
My name is Jeannie, ma'am. He gone to the work of all the customers, so I'm here to help you, okay? So just see over here, below the option remote desktop software, there is a free download and buy now. The free download is in an orange color box. So did you see the free download?
Yes, and it's asking me,
Okay.
what do you want
Just,
to do with awesome 1.5.03011.6
No, ma'am.
.exe
Not
from
that.
download.array.com.
Yeah. Did you see any kind of free download over there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so just hit on free download, okay?
Okay, I clicked on it. Now
Okay,
it says get
so-
awesome for Windows. Support
yes,
remotely
ma'am. So did you see any
managing
Yeah.
account and being
Ma'am,
controlled. Enable
So, ma'am,
instant support for your clients and your
It says
colleagues
remote
and your
manage, right?
friends and family. Achieve online teamwork easily.
Okay, so ma'am, below that, did you see any kind of download in the orange color box?
Yes.
Okay, just hit on download, okay?
Okay, I did. Now, it says, what do you want to do with AWESUN underline 1.5.30116 7.1 MB from download.array.com.
Okay, so ma'am, over there, did you see any kind of ID which says my device ID or your ID over there in the 9?
No.
Ma'am,
At the
there is a
bottom,
90
at the
ID,
bottom
okay?
of my screen, at the bottom of my screen, it says, what do you want to do with AWESUN underline 1.5030116.exe.
Okay, so ma'am, there is a 9-digit ID. Is it over there?
Yeah.
The number of ID?
No.
Okay.
No. It's asking me to click on run, save, or cancel. Which one should I click on? Hello? Hello?
ID?
Should I run the
Hello?
file? I'm gonna
Yeah.
run it.
So,
I'm
ma'am,
gonna do this. I'm gonna.
ma'am,
Okay.
there is on my device ID, okay?
Yeah, I see the device ID. I see it.
Okay, just read it out for
I
me, that
definitely
ID.
see it.
Yeah, ma'am. So just read it out for me.
Just kidding. Hold on. Okay, I have the ID. You ready? Okay. Capital G as in golf, or Gary, or green.
Okay. After G.
F as in father.
Okay, F as in father.
Yes.
Then
S, lowercase s as in sunshine.
S as in sunshine.
Then number 1.
Number 1.
Number 8.
Number 8.
And then A is an apple.
A as an apple. So, ma'am, is it GFS18A? for a while, okay?
Okay. I'll wait. You didn't listen to me. You kept typing the password wrong.
Okay, just wait, okay, ma'am. I'm just transferring this call to my senior, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, thank you for being on hold. Your line has been transferred to the refund department, and my name is Stella Brown. How are you doing today?
How do I spell your name?
It's Stella, S-T-E-L-L-A, Stella.
Oh, Stella. That's a pretty name.
Sorry?
I said Stella is a pretty name.
No, thank you so much for that, miss. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So as you are having a conversation with one of my colleagues, and I do believe that she explained you why you are getting this call from our end, right?
Yes, he said something about an iPhone that was being ordered for $799.
Okay. So, miss, over here, I will just let you go ahead.
I don't see anything in my orders that says cell phone.
Yes, miss, because that was the fraudulent charge. That's the reason, miss, it's not showing up into your account. So, did you okay. Do not do anything, miss.
I'm already logged in. Why do you want to change my password?
I'm not trying to change your password, miss. Over here, it's asking for your security purpose, okay?
I'm already signed in. Okay, so it wants me to check my email?
Yes. How do you usually check your email?
On my phone.
Okay. In your computer, you don't check it?
No.
Okay. Just check it, miss.
It says it was approved. It says it was approved.
Hold on.
That's
Enter your password for your Gmail, miss.
I can't. I need to use the mouse.
Yeah, just put your password for your mail, miss. I'm asking you to put your password for your mail in your computer screen.
It's not typing.
Hold on.
I can't do anything.
Okay. Now can you just type in there?
Now it says it wants me to approve or deny. I was already logged in though, so I don't understand. So we just have to approve it.
Hold on, miss.
See, I'm logged in.
Is that your name? Is that correct?
That's the address we use. It's correct.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm here.
No, someone's calling me.
Okay.
I hung up on them. So what do you need to do to cancel the order?
You will also get the refund of $799, miss, which has been charged over here.
I don't see where it's being charged. The orders.
Could you just
I don't have any orders. I've the only thing I do with Amazon is watch movies.
I already mentioned you that someone is compromising with your Amazon account right now, and it's not safe at all. And the order which has been placed, it's not showing up into your account because that was the fraudulent charge, miss.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Over here, I do believe that you do online banking, right?
Yes.
Could you just check your statement, miss, over here? Hold on.
Okay.
Just type in your bank name.
Okay, I'm logged in.
Okay, just be on that page. And which bank is that, miss? Is that your BMSL bank?
Yeah, Bernie Madoff Savings and Loan.
Okay.
Hello?
Hold on.
Why did you want me to log in my bank account?
Hold on, miss. Just hold on. Give me a second.
Hello.
I'm having difficulty understanding.
Miss, will you just please hold on for a second? I'm just having a word with my billing manager, okay?
Okay.
So that I can go ahead and help you to get your refund of $799, all right?
I just wanted to ask you, could you please stop smacking your lips? It sounds like you're eating or choking on a chicken.
Okay.
Please, it's rude.
I'm so sorry for that.
It's okay. I just don't like to listen to someone's gastrointestinal sounds.
Okay.
Disgusting. Why does it say Sephora gift card?
That was for your refund amount, miss.
Oh, okay. But why is it a gift card? I thought you were going to refund it to my bank.
Yeah, I will do that for you.
Okay. How long does it take? How long does it take?
It will just take 5 to 10 minutes, miss, okay?
Okay.
Just hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, do you have your debit card with you, miss?
Why do I need my debit card?
You need to type in your debit card so that amount will directly deposit into your debit card, okay?
It doesn't work that way. It's only for withdrawal.
Yeah, you can just tell me the number of your debit card, miss. A 16-digit number.
No.
Okay, you can simply type in your, yes?
I'm not. Why would I give you my money? You're supposed to refund me.
Miss,
Why are you making me buy a gift card? That's crazy.
That you are not buying, miss. It's for your purpose, right? Amazon is buying a gift card for you, miss, okay?
No, if this is a refund, just give me the refund. I'm not paying
Yeah.
you anything. I don't.
Did I told you to pay anything, miss?
My bank doesn't have a debit card. The only card I have is all I have is a credit card. It's not to my bank.
Okay, then you can just type in whatever the card you have, miss. So the amount will direct.
I would like the refund to go to my bank.
Okay, but over here, miss, it's asking for the card number. You can see there, right?
Yeah,
the amount will directly go into the card.
No, it's a Capital One credit card. That has nothing to do with my bank.
Huh?
It's a credit card. Why would I put my credit? Why would I give you my credit card number so that you can refund money to my bank? It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
You're not making sense.
I know that, miss. But over here, we are just helping you to get your refund, first refund amount, right? And it will directly deposit into your account, miss. Please do not worry for that, okay?
Okay. So I would like you to refund my account, please. I don't know why you want my credit card. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with my bank.
I know that, miss, over here, right? But over here, this is just the first refund amount that we are going to send you, okay? And right now, our robotic team is working on it, right? And whenever you're putting your personal details over the screen will be black from my side. Please do not worry for that, okay? So could you just type in your card number over here? And once you are done, just do let me know, okay?
Type in what?
Your card number, miss.
No. I said no. I'm not giving you my credit card number.
Okay, that's fine. Then you will not get any refund from our side, okay? Because we are not able to send you the refund amount without your patience, right? And without your comparison over here, miss. Because you know that over here, I'm just trying to help you, right?
You're on YouTube, you witch. You're an idiot. You're one of the dumbest refund scammers I've ever met. You don't even run it right. Dumbest refund scammers I've ever met. You're stupid. You don't even run it right. Dumbest refund scammers I've ever met. You're stupid. You don't even run it right. You're on YouTube, Stella. People are laughing at you and they're calling you an idiot. That's pretty bad. You don't eat while you're doing your scam either. That's disgusting. You're a disgusting woman. Who in their right mind would give you a credit card number for a refund? That's just stupid.
I'm not going to send you an email, okay? I'm not going to send you.
Explain black one was just a name. Just a say name.
You can't even speak English anymore. Because you're an idiot. Where's all your friends? Stella. You dummy. You're dumb.
No, who told you that?
You're just dumb.
You're so stupid that when you heard it was chilly outside, you ran and got a bowl and spoon. I'm not saying that you're stupid, just that you have a lot of bad luck when you're thinking.
I don't think that I'm a stupid.
Slower, you would need water.
You are a stupid bitch, okay?
somewhere out there, there's a village
Yeah, you're dumb.
missing its
You're
idiot.
just dumb.
Oh, I'm not
You're
a
so
dumb.
stupid.
You are a dumb person,
You a
right?
dummy.
Quarterback was a
No.
retard. You're so stupid that you climbed a glass wall to see what was on the other side.
That's not me.
You were so stupid that when you were driving to Disneyland, you saw a sign that said Disneyland left, so you turned around and went home. You were so stupid that when someone stole your television, you ran outside and screamed, "Hey, you forgot the remote control." My friend thinks he's smart. He told me an onion is the only food that makes you cry, so I threw a coconut at his face.
Brains?
If brains were dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow
What's
your
a
nose.
yawn? What's a yawn?
You're so hairy that when you come
Yeah,
out of
this
the
is
shower,
upset, okay?
I don't know what a yog is.
Bullshit. You are a
you were
bullshit,
so
okay?
hairy that when you went
You
hiking,
bitch.
another sighting of Bigfoot was reported.
I'm
You
a
were so
bitch.
hairy
What's a
that when you take off
BISH?
your dog for a
I don't
walk,
understand.
You get pet
That's
first.
you are typing over there, okay?
You're
That's
so
not
hairy
me.
that
That's
when you
you
went to
are
the zoo, they
typing.
locked you in
You
a
bitch.
cage. You were so hairy that you need a chainsaw to save your legs.
You
You were
down?
so hairy that when you go skydiving, you look like a magic carpet. You were so hairy that you shaved your body and lost 15 kilograms.
What are you
were so
trying to
hairy
type?
that last year a couple of birds nests made in your armpits and you still don't know about them. You were so hairy.
You don't know what you're doing, do
When you went to the
you?
beach, everyone told you to take off your
You're-
fur coat.
Shut up.
Those teeth look like you could eat an apple through a tennis racket. You have an extremely kind face, the kind you throw bricks at. Your family tree must be a
Can't do
cactus, and
anything.
everybody on it is a prick.
I know
can't-
that.
No,
I
you
know
can't do
that.
the black
I'm
screen, you idiot.
describing you.
I can do
You're just
anything
better
with you,
with
You're
okay?
using the
You're an
free
idiot.
version, you
Shut
Then to
dummy.
open your
Just
mouth
shut
and
up.
prove it. If I had a face like yours, I'd sue my parents. I guess you proved that even God makes mistakes sometimes. You're so fake, Barbie is jealous.
Ah!
I'm jealous of people that don't know you. My psychologist told me that I was crazy and said I wanted a second opinion. He said, "Okay, you're ugly too. If I wanted to kill myself, I'd climb your ego and jump to your IQ. You must have been born on a highway because that's where most accidents happen. Brains aren't everything. In your case, it's
Haha,
nothing.
you can't type.
I don't know what makes you so stupid, but it really works. I can explain it to you, but I don't understand it for you. Roses are red, violets are violet. My life is better without you inside it. The roses have gone, the flowers are dead, the sugar bow's empty and so is your head. Roses are red, violets are blue, God made me pretty, what's happened to you? Behind every fat woman, there's a beautiful woman. No, seriously, you're in the way. Calling you an idiot would be an insult to all the stupid people. Some babies were dropped on their heads, but you were clearly... Don't like my sarcasm? Well, I don't like you stupid. Why don't you go play in traffic? I'd slap you, but that would be an animal abuse. They say opposites attract. I hope you meet someone who's good looking, intelligent.
All right! Wasted!
She was a dummy, man. She was stupid. I could not get her to understand. I was saying, it's asking me to run something. What do you want me to do? Dense. I tell you, some of these people, either they're so brand new to scamming, they're cutting their teeth, or they're just dumb. Okay, I'm just looking over my Discord. I don't really see Popup DB. DB went kind of crazy. Let me see if that text scammer is answering again or answering yet. I got a tech pop up and I didn't call them because I had an Amazon that scam that should have been going to for a joyride.
Hello.
Hi. I got a message on my screen that says I have suspicious activities.
Thank you for calling support. My name is Paul. How can I help you?
Hi. I have a message on my screen telling me that I have suspicious activities.
What kind of activity?
It says suspicious movements on your IP address.
What is your name?
My name's Dan. What's your name, son?
Oh, fucking.
It's what? They know me. Okay, let's bot them, and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm hungry, but I want to bot them real quick. Hold on. What a weird day. And then I gotta edit that HTML page with my shortcuts. So, okay, so then my bot ready. Let me fire up number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15. I have to start using my 11 through 15 machines because I don't use them very often, and I want to balance out my SIP charges. I use VoIP.ms for my SIP account, and it's been real cheap. Let me.
Oh, my voice detector. Oh, yeah, I took that off. Okay, I got my regular voice back.
G G O O O O G G L L E E Gulu Gulu.
Thank you for calling support. My name is Paul. How can I help you?
What I do is I wait until I hear more voices. I got 2 bots running.
Hello.
There's only one guy working, it looks like.
The person you are trying to reach is on the phone.
Okay. So then I pull back on one bot. That's only one guy answering. There might be 2 guys. There could be a guy on the phone. So we'll see. Say something.
Hello?
Okay, so when they do that, when they're like one-man teams,
She's lying. These are lies. I tell you lies. I want a model.
okay, so then I that's when I do a manual dial. If they're so tiny, there's only one guy calling. I just manually do it, and then I crank up the volume so I can hear their voice.
अपना खोल रखा है थारी बहन को चोदू माँ का लोड़ा ना हो तो कड़े बन रहा तेरा मोर बनाऊं मैं बहन की लोड़ा ना हो तो चल बहन चोद भाग जाए कुत्ता बहन का लोड़ा रंडी का बच्चा अपना खोल रखा है थारी बहन को चोदू माँ का लोड़ा ना हो तो
Look at the top of his head.
अपना खोल रखा है थारी बहन को चोदू माँ का लोड़ा ना हो तो कड़े बन रहा तेरा मोर बनाऊं मैं बहन की लोड़ा ना हो तो चल बहन चोद भाग जाए कुत्ता बहन
Hello.
Yeah, instantly hung up on that one.
Listen to me. Listen. Listen to me. Listen. Listen to me. Listen.
I'm terrorizing him. Just manually, little by little.
The person you are trying to reach is on the phone.
Not lately, Ben, or not Ben, but content registered. I see one pop in every now and then.
The person you are trying to reach is on the
But they suck as a scammer, so they don't do anything on it. I spied on them for days. Yeah, looks like he's not answering the phone now.
The person you are trying to reach is on the phone.
Okay, so I'm gonna move this back down. That's on its last number, good. I'm gonna go in here.
The person you are trying to reach is on the phone.
Yeah, he's not answering. Okay, well, he did. Okay, I think I'm gonna call my stream. I think that's enough for today. I had a big Q&A, and I've got some work to do on getting those shortcuts on that download page. So, but I need to go eat some lunch, get some lunch first. So we're gonna call it for today, folks. I'll be back on tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully we'll get some good stuff done. You bet, little rhubarb. Thanks for coming. You're always great. And Laura May, thank you for coming. David. It's been an interesting day. Yeah, the Q&A was pretty cool. I love to do Q&As. There's always a mystery that people don't get the answers to unless we do something like that. Thanks a lot, Raz Illusion. I've got the editor up for my shortcut keys. I'll have this thing updated so that you'll have all the information you need in order to use the ScamBait VM properly. So I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna have it between the pop-up scam finders, but you'll see it a full list of the shortcuts. And I'm using Expression Web. I really don't like it, and I hate Dreamweaver. I've never liked Dreamweaver, so I'm using a very basic web editor that just does the job. It doesn't. Oh, that's not it. I go tab. There we go. Get that down there. So I'll get this updated after I get back from getting something to eat. And then you'll be able to download my ScamBait VM. You can do that right now if you want to. It's an 8 gig download. And by the time the day's over, you can come back to this page and you'll have oh, I keep hitting the wrong keyboard. That's what's wrong. I just need to copy this link here. I'll have it updated with the shortcuts so that you guys can start using the ScamBait machine to its fullest. So anyways, I'll do that while we all take the rest of the day off. Thanks for coming to my stream. You guys are always welcome, and let's keep on keeping on, okay? Oh, cool. Glad to know, Certified. I'll have those shortcut keys. Of course, I did give you all the shortcut keys in the stream. The fake notepad, I got to figure out exactly what keystroke it is, but I'll have that, and then we'll be good. So you guys take care. I'm hungry. I gotta go get some tacos.